like the video.
Oh, how the turns have tabled. Huh? So if you've been keeping up with this show, you know I got laid off last week. It came out of nowhere. No notice. I did nothing wrong. I got no severance. I just woke up on a Wednesday morning and got cooked while I was still on the can. HR said that the company was just going in a different direction. I didn't even do anything wrong. They didn't even tell my boss until the day of. The CEO, him and I, we texted back and forth. He said he'd call me and explain. He never did. He still hasn't.
Wing Wong.
I was getting emails so cold from the man upstairs that I actually thought we got hacked. My job was as a social media manager, social media specialist, and they decided that my services were no longer needed. I talked about it. I prayed about it.
Yes, Lord.
I consulted with my wife and decided to dive into Derapy full time. For you all.
Me?
But then yesterday, my now ex-boss hits me up, and these motherfuckers
Kind people.
need my help.
Derapy, Season 3 of Derapy.
This is all for entertainment purposes.
So yesterday, my boss texted me at 12:36 p.m. and she says, "Do you know how you can turn off the authenticator on your end? Have you been getting any sorts of pings or notifications for your phone?" Now, this already takes me by surprise because this sounds like work. And that's crazy because I don't work for you anymore. I reply, and I say this with so much respect via text messages. "Haven't checked for pings. Hadn't tried to log into our company's Instagram in days on account of the whole not being my job thing.
Yeah, you sound super chill.
Just logged back in. Shocked to discover that I still can, to be honest. I'll look into it." Now, in case you missed the last episode, I truly don't hold my lack of a job against my former boss. I truly believe that the decision had nothing to do with her, and if there's anything she could have done to prevent it, she would have. That does not stop me from giving her just a little bit of a hard time, because what kind of people would make you responsible or give you the impression that it's appropriate to reach out to me about work things when I don't work there anymore? I just think that's funny. She replies to me saying, "I think it is because of the two-factor. We can't get in." What did Mr. Krabs say that one time?
Oh, boo-hoo. Let me play a sad song for you on the world's smallest violin.
These people really cooked me on a Wednesday, agreed to let my last day be Saturday, then hit me up the following Wednesday like, "We can't get into our own company's Instagram." Well, you know who that would be a great job for? A social media specialist. The sweet irony. She says, "I am honestly not sure how it works, if you can just turn it off, or if you can assign a different phone number. And maybe just because it's December, I feel like I'm gonna just get a little bit cold with it. I'm gonna let y'all sit with it for just a few minutes or so." I reply, and I just cannot be more clear about this. With so much respect, I say, "The irony of me initially doing this to protect our company's account only to be dismissed from said company coldly and callously is pretty cool. Regardless, I will try to the best of my ability to remove this feature. Bear with me, though. I thought whatever new direction our company was going in would be able to handle this." Nevertheless, I'll do what I can. Now, I think at this point, it probably occurs to my former boss that I have all the leverage and there is really no incentive for me to help them, even though I truly plan on doing it. And she texts me this, which she will go on to say was a mistake. "It was the responsible thing to do. I can see if I can contact IG, but figured I would ask him." Now, I believe that she was reporting our conversation to other people that are afraid to talk to me. And she says that she figured she would ask me before trying to get in contact with Instagram to get their company's account back. I immediately love the message, by the way, because I need her to know that I saw it. And she replies very quickly after and says, "I meant to say ask you. Sorry, I was getting a phone call and had a momentarily brain lapse typing that sentence." You cannot make this shit up, okay? So At this point, I try to level with the woman because she's clearly stressed out, there's a lot going on, and the same people that cooked me for no good reason might cook her because this is probably her number one priority for the day. Please get in touch with this guy that we just absolutely insulted and just killed their livelihood, and basically try and prey on his goodwill to get our company's Instagram back. I send her this text message. To be transparent, I'm not at home right now. I never thought about how to remove myself from two-factor authentication because I didn't expect to be laid off abruptly. It's probably something I'll need to do on a computer. Truthfully, this is company work, and I should clock in and be paid for it because it's part of my transition. But that's beside the point. I will try and find a way to handle this when I get home. I'm making this a priority only because I don't want you to face shocking and unexpected repercussions because I'm being uncooperative. This woman has her own life, she has her own man, she has her own dog. And just because the people that make more than her are being absolute wingwongs doesn't mean that her job should get cooked too. Again, it's really not her fault that I got cooked. She senses a little bit of frustration potentially in my response and says, honestly, Derek, I can also try to figure it out without you. I didn't mean to upset you. I thought it would be easier for you to help on your phone since you had set it up. But I'll just call Instagram and see if they can help me. It really is okay. My brother in Christ, my sister in Christ, time out. Did you just say you can call Instagram? Now, we're all a team here. We're a community. Can anybody please give me an instance where they had an issue with the Instagram application and it was resolved via phone call to a Instagram employee? Look, I'm not here to just dunk on this company.
Are you sure about that?
Okay, but these people think that Instagram is somebody's last name. They can just hit that man up and be like, hello, Mr. Instagram. We completely cooked our social media guy without cause a little bit too abruptly. Would you mind giving us access to our account and just completely bypassing two-factor authentication? Mr. Instagram, could you please just bypass this security because we gave access to somebody that was supposed to have access to it, and then we just woke up one morning and decided he shouldn't have access to it? Can you just bypass like the best level of security that you have to secure people's accounts because we screwed up? I know that we gave the responsibility to this person, and realistically, it's a great feature to have because it protects accounts on a level that is almost completely unhackable. The way that the two-factor authenticator is set up for when I was running this company's Instagram is that anytime somebody tried to log in from a new device, they needed to enter a code that was generated in the Google Authenticator app on my personal cell phone. And that 6-digit code changes literally every 15 to 20 seconds. So there is no way somebody else could log into this account unless they were me or they literally had me on the phone with them. Sometimes when I try to log in with a new device, I don't even look back at the Authenticator app quick enough. It is incredibly difficult to log in on a new device. Now, this is probably a conversation that somebody should have had with me before they decided to cook my entire career, but they decided to wait until a week after they told me I was losing my job to try and do this, and my poor former boss is the person that they are choosing to try and get me to help them. It's really sad. And God bless this woman. Maybe most of her issues get resolved via phone call. Social media applications do not work like that. You can't just Google Facebook's number. You can't call Mr. YouTube to get into your account. You have to harass them on Twitter for days with hundreds of people to get a response, okay? So after she tells me that she's going to call the Instagram app, I respond with this. It's no problem. I respect you as a human being, and I don't want you to get cooked by the people upstairs. It's just kind of awkward because my last day was Saturday. You're not my boss anymore, sadly. M said he'd call me. He didn't. Jeffrey sent me a cold-ass email, and it all feels mad slimy. I'm not going to post anything weird on our Instagram. I want nothing to do with it. It's just embarrassing all around that they didn't think about two-factor authentication before ending my livelihood with no consideration. I feel bad you're in the middle of it. Holler if you need me. I'm surprisingly cordial.
The cordialist.
She replies again and says, it's all right. I'll figure it out. It really is okay. You sweet summer child. You can't figure it out. It's not your job. It was my job. 25 minutes later, she texts me again. And fortunately for her, I'm a God-fearing man. I believe in forgiveness. I believe in helping those that need help. And she says, did you provide a code to redacted last week? Have you gotten any new ones today? It looks like we genuinely cannot get in without one of the unique codes being sent to your device, and even working with Instagram will not grant us access. You got Mr. John A. Instagram on the phone and he wouldn't let you in your own account?
Oh, boo-hoo.
Now, I'm going to be honest with you guys. Obviously, I'm having tons of fun yesterday. I'm having tons of fun right now, just thinking about how badly these people need me to rescue this Instagram account that only has 1,200 followers, by the way. I just think it's fascinating that these people were so ready to go in this new direction, but this new direction can't get them into their own Instagram account. I thought they were going to have my job absorbed by another person, have it be a part-time job. If it was a part-time job, they probably should have just let me keep doing it, but that's fine. I thought my job was going to get taken by AI, but it turns out that all the people in this upper management are incapable of getting access to their Instagram account without the person whose career they just ended. And I just think it's beautiful. Now listen, I decided to help homegirl out, okay? We get on the phone, we chop it up for a bit, and I'm not gonna lie. Do I continue to clown on the people that are higher up in her company a little bit? Of course. I had to ask her just how many people are involved trying to resolve this issue. I need to know before we move forward. She says she's been on it. She says Jeffrey's been on it. Jeffrey's girl's been on it. M has been on it. They even informed the HR personnel. All these people cannot solve this problem. They need me. And I just think, what an incredible way to wrap the story. Now we're on the phone together and I give her the code as it pops up so she can get into their company's Instagram account. They should have just deleted it, by the way. It's really not that great. Like 1,200 followers is just not that many to have to go through the struggle of bargaining with me in order to get the account back. Some of you might think I should have held it hostage. I should have ignored them. I should have blocked them. Here's the thing. One, I still got one more check coming. Two, I don't have any hate in my heart for my former boss. I truly think she's a good person that's in an awful situation to be in. For me, I would feel so much immeasurable shame if they were like, yeah, we need you to reach out to Derek so we can get back into this Instagram. I'd be like, fuck no, thank you. You can't just cook this kid and then hit him up a week later and be like, nah, dog, we need you. But I believe in karma in a way, and I helped her out, right? Let this be a lesson. These companies only care about you as long as they can get something out of you. They showed me how much they cared about me by cooking me with no notice, admitting there was no wrongdoing, and giving me no severance despite me having a salaried position. They literally said the only reason they were getting rid of me is because they were going in a different direction. Where does that work anywhere besides a whack-ass company? Imagine you try to break up with your girl or your man, and they're like, how could you do this to me? I thought we had this great respect for each other. We've been together so long. And you're like, I'm going in a different direction. And then imagine they hit you up a week later like, hey, actually, could we kick it like one or two more times? I forgot about something that I need from you. Most people would tell them to kick rocks. I am a little bit better than that. So yeah, I just wanted to give you guys an update on this. This is absurd. I am frankly, like, I woke up this morning and I talked to my wife, and for the first time since I left this job, I said out loud, I am glad these people let me go, because this is not a serious company that has serious people at the top of it. How could you handle a situation this poorly? It's just embarrassing. You have 4 or 5 people that are all making way more money than me, and none of them can resolve this issue without embarrassing themselves. So yeah, that's all I got for today. I'm doing a live show tonight on a friend's channel with some NFL picks. If you want to support the show, please consider becoming a member. I talked about this in the Discord yesterday. Everybody got to live react to this conversation before I made an episode about it. But yeah, big companies suck. Watch your back. Get a side hustle, etc. And just treat people better, because you never know when you might need something from them later. Love you. Mean it. Enjoy the outro.
Hey, one take. I'm going mean like Ruben on a bad day. I be going hard, never halfway. Lately feeling bad, man, but I can't be staying down. I'm the one who's slaying sound. No time to be playing around. I'm not one to play a clown. Play the hero, save a town. Only live twice, how you do that? Gotta wear like 2 caps. Come home, they like, who that? It's that dude who do raps. But this ain't no Taco Bell. Hero, some respect now. You know how I get down. Bust down on my wrist now. Oh, wow, he a liar. One day I'll get flyer. Situation dire. Sometimes think I'm drowning. I like to go higher. First need to be hired. Check my skills and accolades. Don't you think I deserve pay? I've been going super sane. All I'm missing yellow hair. Idolized Breezy as a child, then I grown up. Still waiting to glow up, but at least I show up. Make a buck by showing off. Haters, man, I blow them off. Shrug my shoulders, moving boulders. Mentally like Mewtwo. They like, who knew he'd be cutting up like 2-year-olds. And time out when you tell them that it's time not to just chill out and just lie down. But they stressing you while blessing you, cause children are a gift. But I can wait for that, can't pay for that. I'm taking one day at a time. Perfect the craft and keep it tight. Cannot waste a second if you wanna be the best. And I'll be snapping like Cortez or something. Going Kanye West or something. Reputation to protect. If you look at that and crazy, then I'm going for your neck. I'm a lion on the prowl. I be fibbing and a threat. My bro saying they forget. And they just reminding me, you better keep an eye on me. I swear y'all so behind on me. 2046 flow. You know how this shit go. Waiting on the money like I'm beating up on Marty.